So today we're going to talk about how do you start to extricate yourself from a narcissistic relationship? How do you deal with being brainwashed that they really love you when all their actions show you they don't actually love you? And how do you wake up out of this trance-like state from being spoon-fed all these lies and eventually you start believing them? And this denial makes us feel very comfortable. The longer we're in the narcissist relationship, the harder it is to get out of it. It's just pure hell. I'm going to be honest with you. So after being in a 10-year relationship with a covert narcissist, it was a few things that kind of woke me up that helped me realize how bad it was. The first step you need to do is just stop all your magical thinking. So this is the thinking that you keep making excuses for them. You think, okay, well, they said they would get help, so you know what? It's going to happen. Their behavior does not match the words. They've made no effort to contact anyone or do anything about it. And when you look at their behavior, you realize it's just lip service to get you to shut up. They don't actually mean it. So you have to stop drinking the Kool-Aid, which is believing all the lies they keep telling you, which is just feeding this denial. So it's like you're asleep because you keep believing all the lies and you keep believing all the things they're saying, which just keeps you exactly right where you are. And nothing's going to change and nothing's going to get better. So step 2 is learning to live in the present moment. And that means what's happening right now. Survivors we end up making excuses. We end up thinking, okay, but it's going to get better. And you just keep telling yourself these lies for so long that eventually you start to believe them. You have to believe them because you're just in so much pain and it's just so horrible that's the only way you make it through the day is to just, you keep living on this toxic hope and it's just killing you. So learning to live in the present moment really takes practice. It's about getting super awareness of what's happening right now. And it really helps to ground yourself in your body. So this means you just drop down into your body and notice the sensations that are going on and what's happening. And you notice what's happening in your present moment. Are your thoughts actually what's going on right now? Are they focused on the future or are they focused on the past? So where your thoughts are is going to tell you if you're actually living in the present moment, the future, or the past. So pay attention to those. Step 3 is going to be taking a step back and allow yourself to see the truth. It's all really about getting very honest with yourself. You have to be willing to be radically honest with yourself. When you start to realize and think, oh my God, I'm in this relationship and I just feel used. I'm not getting anything out of it, but they know how to say just the right thing to keep me here. I feel like leaving, but I can't. And noticing there's something wrong with this. Your family's telling you you shouldn't be there. You have a gut feeling that this just isn't right. You may be noticing the manipulation. So it's time to, like on the Matrix, when he took that pill, he was ready for the truth. Yes, it's going to hurt like hell, but you have to think about it. And this is what I explain to my clients that the decisions that you're making right now have led you to this point. If you want something more, if you want something better, if you want the respect and love you deserve, you're going to have to make different decisions. Those choices are going to change the future trajectory of your life. But if you don't make any different choices, then nothing's going to change. And that hell is going to be the rest of your life. So take a step back and allow yourself to see the truth. Notice, how are you feeling at that time? Notice what has actually been transpiring. So choose to be honest, choose to take off those rose-colored glasses and stop thinking those rosy thoughts and choose to notice what's happening right now, okay? And this means choosing to ignore and not believe the manipulator or abusive person. This also means you're ignoring what the manipulator is saying. You are putting more stock in what you're thinking and what you're feeling. So you're valuing what you're thinking and feeling, and you're devaluing what they are saying because you realize they're a manipulator. So you can't believe a word that comes out of their mouth. It's basically just poison. And this poison has you in this trance. And how you stop drinking the poison is you stop believing what they're saying. Okay. and you're willing to be honest with yourself. So there was one time I remember going somewhere and coming back to the house that I took a look in the mirror and I couldn't believe what I saw. I was so exhausted and so drained. I was giving everything I had every single day. I was giving nothing to myself and everything to that relationship and him. So I looked in the mirror and I finally saw years worth of exhaustion, totally drained. I was just like shocked, which meant every single day I was waking up and not even actually looking at myself in the mirror to see how I was actually doing. And there was another situation that really shocked me and helped me wake up is that one day at work, I had just gotten off the phone with the covert narcissist and I was crying in my car and I was triggered. And after my lunch break, I went inside and my boss asked me into her office. And she asked me what was going on, and I told her. And she told me, she said, look, you know what? Relationships have good days and bad days. And she said that, but there should be some good days. It should not be a roller coaster. She said, not every day should be a bad day. Now, this shook me up because I didn't realize how often I was thinking of the future instead of living in the present moment and the hell that I was in. I wasn't actually living in the present moment. All my hope and all my thoughts were focused on the future, hoping and praying that things would get better, but they never were. And all of the conversations we had about changing, improving, taking responsibility, becoming close, and growing as a couple never amounted to anything because it was all just manipulation to keep me exactly where I was and to not leave. And it takes a lot of bravery to just be honest with yourself about what's really going on and taking stock of what's been happening instead of just choosing to pull the wool over your eyes, to keep drinking that poisonous Kool-Aid, which is going to keep you right where you are. And it's slowly killing you. The final and big, big important step is to grieve. Yes, it hurts, but you'll save years of your life and your sanity. Being in a relationship like this affects you on every single level: mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. It breaks you down till you have nothing left. No self-respect, no self-worth. And that's the only way you're going to be able to move forward is if you're radically honest with yourself. You also choose to value what it is you want. You may have ignored yourself and your feelings and your perspective for so long that you don't know what you truly want. And it'll be like a deep yearning inside of you. And just allow yourself time to just notice what it is you really want, then to start believing that you're worthy of it because you are. And the brainwashing you've received, okay, is just their way of keeping you with them because they know you can do better. You need to be brainwashed to stay there and tolerate the abuse.